What's going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to break down 5 players you should look to add from your waiver wire. Before we jump into this video, make sure you check out our video description. We have so much content that we're pumping out for you guys. So jump in our Discord, check out our website, and toss us a follow on Twitter to make sure you're fully updated with everything that's happening in the league and fantasy. If you want access to our projections, our trade analyzer, and more, head over to our Patreon. The link is in the description. The first waiver wire target for this week is Artem Zub of the Ottawa Senators. The 26-year-old is in his second NHL season but has spent 6 seasons in the KHL prior to coming over to North America. Zub was solid for the Senators last season as a shutdown defenseman. In 47 games, he had 14 points, averaged 2.7 shots per 60, 4.86 blocks per 60, and 6.1 hits per 60. Overall, these peripherals are exceptional for a player in just his first season, and Zub was able to transition this great play into this season. Zub has been skating with Shabbat for the entire season so far. Ottawa loves what they're seeing from him, and this is justified by his 23 minutes and 56 seconds average time on ice. His peripherals are extremely good. In 8 games, he has 4 points, a +4 rating, 12 shots, 18 hits, and is currently second in the league for blocks with 25. If you're looking for a solid support defenseman to add some extra shots, hits, and especially blocks, Zub is your guy at just 25% ownership on Yahoo and 26% ownership on ESPN. Moving on, we're jumping over to the Seattle Kraken's top-line center, Yanni Gourde. The former Lightning has quickly established himself as Seattle's go-to forward, where he's played over 21 minutes per night to start the season. Gourde has had some offense early in his career. His rookie season in 2017, he managed to score 25 goals and 64 points while adding a +34 rating for the Lightning. The 2-time 20-goal scorer is looking to prove his offensive abilities on a Seattle team that is desperate for some goals. If Gourde continues to play over 20 minutes per night while skating on the top line and the top power play unit, he's a must-add in most leagues for the upside alone. If Seattle starts to score more goals, it's likely that Gourde is going to be all over the score sheet, and you want to add him before this happens. Coming in as the third waiver wire target for this week, we have Matt Duchene of the Nashville Predators. Before you think to yourself, is Duchene still a relevant player in this league? The short answer is yes. Duchene has had a roller coaster of a career. He's now in his 13th season and on his 4th franchise, but he seemed to finally settle down in Nashville and is off to a pretty good start. In 2020, Duchene struggled, scoring just 6 goals and 13 points in 34 games, while adding a -12 rating. All of his metrics were at career low, including his 15 minutes and 50 seconds average time on ice. But Duchene has turned back the clock in his career. He scored 3 goals and 7 points in 9 games, while adding 3 power play points and 29 shots, all while playing over 19 minutes per night. Duchene's 10 shots per 60 is at the highest point of his career, and this can likely be attributed to his increase in responsibility, where he's now found himself on the top line and the top power play unit. Nashville doesn't have the offensive firepower that we've seen over the last few seasons, but this lack of firepower has now opened the door for Duchene to have an everyday role on the top line and the top power play. Adding this and his increased shot rate and his point upside, it makes Duchene a solid waiver wire target for the early parts of the season. If you're looking for some hits this week, Clutterbuck of the New York Islanders is a must-add player. Clutterbuck is second in the league with 23.19 hits per 60 minutes with 37 hits in just 7 games. Clutterbuck has been an absolute force since joining the league, and he's had multiple 300-plus hit seasons. He may not be a Brady Tkachuk, but in an 82-game pace for hits right now, he's at 433, making him a must-add in all leagues that have a hit category. It's important to evaluate your team to see which categories you have a surplus in and what categories you have a deficiency in. An example would be your team has numerous point getters but no one who hits. You can drop someone who may be high owned, like a Kyrou, in order to assist your hits column with Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck is a beast and he can easily win your hits category on a weekly basis. The Avs are hopeful that he can fill a huge void left by Makar, and in his first game upon Makar's absence, he played over 25 minutes skating on the top pair and the top power play. The former 4th overall pick is one of the league's top defense prospects and is a Calder candidate for sure this season. The Makar injury is a blessing for Byram this year, and he should now have all the opportunity in the world to prove why he's a #1 defenseman. Byram already has 8 points in his first 9 games while adding a +5 rating and 17 shots. I anticipate this production to skyrocket with Makar being out, and Byram can easily be one of the most valuable defensemen for the next month or so. His ownership is super low. On ESPN, it's just at 22%. And on Yahoo, he's still under 50% right now at 45% ownership. That'll do it for a week 4 top waiver wire targets video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. As the Fantasy Puck community prepares you for this season, make sure you click the link in our description and check out all of our content channels to ensure that you're fully updated with everything that's happening in the NHL. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.